Hello everyone, it's Dale here. Welcome to the next video from the recent trades section. In those recent trade videos I want to show you the reality of my trading, reality of the trades which I take on a daily basis, and as I promised, I won't be cherry picking only the best trades, I also will be showing you losing trades. And today is the day where I'll show you one losing trade which I closed yesterday. It was a swing trade on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So let's now check the trade, and let me first start by showing you the reasoning behind this trade and why I entered it. So what you see before you, this is the daily chart of the US dollar, Canadian dollar. That's where I do my swing trading analysis on the daily chart. And the trade which I took was a short, and it was short from here, short from this place. Now I moved the chart like this so you don't see the outcome of the trade. Now on the screen you see what I saw when I entered the trade, right? So you can imagine what it was like when I was thinking whether to enter this trade or no. So this was the short trade entry, and the reasoning behind this trade, well, actually there are a couple of reasons for that. Reason number one, for me, it's always volume profile. So I look into this strong sell-off zone with a volume profile, and there was this heavy volume zone. So this was a sign of sellers accumulating short positions here in this circled area, right? From there, the price went downwards. And for that reason, I was waiting for a pullback back into the heavy volume zone, into the beginning of that heavy volume zone, and that was my resistance from which I went short, right? The beginning of that heavy volume zone. So that's the volume profile setup that I like to trade with. Now, reason number two for entering this short trade was that the price was reacting to this level in the past. Those reactions right here. So in the past, this level was support, and when the price blew past that support, it turned into a resistance, right? So this is a price action setup. It is the second setup which this trade was based on, and there was also a third setup, a VWAP setup. If you look at this gray line here, this one, then this is the first deviation of the yearly VWAP. And the price hit it from below. That means short, right? This is one of the VWAP setups that I like to trade, and in this case it means short. So what we have here are actually three very good reasons why to enter a short trade from this level. A perfect scenario, I would say. Now there was one risky thing here, and I talked about this risky thing in the live room we had, and the thing was that if I move the profile like this to look into this whole area, then it shows that the heaviest volumes were right here. This is the place where the heaviest volumes were traded. But at the same time, this actually was a place where I had my stop loss. My stop loss was above the wick of this candle, the highest candle of this area. Also, the stop loss was based on the fact that it was behind this heavy volume zone. So I had a very good reason to place the stop for this trade in here. But as you can see, there was the point of control of this whole zone just a tiny bit above the stop loss, and that was the risky thing about this trade. I was aware of that risk, but there were so many things telling me that this short level was a good level that I was sort of weighing the pros and the cons of this trade and decided to take it despite the risk that here is a heavy volume zone which often could work as a magnet, and if it's above the stop loss, the price could just go test that heavy volume zone, right? So this was the risky thing about this trade, and this was what eventually happened. So let me now move the chart. Let's see how this played out. As you can see, the price went past my short. This was the short trade entry, and the price went past it towards this point of control, towards this massive heavy volume zone to test that liquidity in here. So yeah, I took the risk, I lost, and that's about that. But if you ask me now, I would still say that this was a good trade. I would enter again. There's never a perfect trade, like there's always some risk, right? In this case, the risk was that the price will want to test the point of control, and this is what eventually happened. As you can see, I had it written in here on the chart that the trade had bad stop loss placement, and I wrote that before even I entered that trade, right? But I also wrote that the level was too good to miss. Yeah, I liked it so much because of the combo of the 3 trading setups, and yeah, this is how it played out. A good trade anyways, I would say. As traders, we need to weigh the pros and the cons, right? So this is what I always do, weigh the pros and cons, and I try not to be angry at myself if I enter a trade like this and it ends up as a losing trade, because every trader has losing trades, right? It's part of the game. Important thing is that we win more often than we lose, and that's how we play. So thanks for watching the video, I hope you liked it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time in some next video, and until then, happy trading.